Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Indie Music Plus podcast, episode number 29. I'm JoJo Keys, sitting here with Mr. David Werba, and we're here on Blab once again, but we were just discussing that things are going to be changing soon. Maybe, possibly. We don't know exactly how yet, but we're exploring other options, so just be on the lookout for that. If you have any ideas, let us know.
Potential migration to a new platform.
Yes.
The average viewer may not even realize it might be that seamless, but we're just giving you a heads up. Joe, I got to say something, man. I feel really, really good tonight, man. I have a lot to say, and I'm looking forward to it.
So anyway, I scrammed and put together some great music for the podcast tonight, even though it's a holiday weekend here in the United States. Yeah. Some repeats, some new people, and some older repeats are coming through tonight. So I'm happy to see all this awesome music.
Are you going to make me read the titles again?
If you want to, you can, but you don't have to. I don't mind.
I want to go back to the old way.
Okay, you were very uncomfortable last time. I was watching.
Well, I mean, you threw it. You just threw it in. I was unprepared. I like to prepare a little for the show, man.
That's all right, man. I'll take the reins. I was in radio in high school. It's all good.
Oh, you're good at it, Joe. People like you.
Well, thank you. I try to be good at it. So, you gotta tell me what to start with, though. Let's do that.
Okay, that's fair enough. Let's start with let's go with a little JTizzle. Okay. A little Sunday night JTizzle.
And this is one of the oldies but goodies that I was talking about here. He has been around the Indie Music Plus community for a while. He is a regular, regular member in our Facebook group and such. And he's been around. When we actually had the Short Social website, he was actually a member of that and had a profile and stuff. And this guy's from a town that's 45 minutes away from my hometown, South Bend, Indiana is where he's from, so I have a little special place in my heart for this guy. We've been having a lot of Indiana music recently, which is kind of cool. So JTizzle with his brand new tune, Pause It. Straight out of South Bend, Indiana, that's Mr. JTizzle with Pause It. JTizzle is known for his atmospheric groove music. We've done a review on him in the past. You probably actually check it out on the website.
Atmospheric groove. I'm glad you said that because I was going to ask you, is this dance? Is it like, what is it? Like, how would you describe it? But that's a good description. I like that one. This song, in a weird way, reminded me of my own stuff in the past because you get the most out of it if you put on headphones.
Sure.
And like I was listening on my computer and it just sounded thin to me. I'm like, I want to give this a better chance. I'm just like, I was just testing it on different devices. With headphones, it's just so much of a different experience than listening like car or computer and everything, because the bass when it came in, it was like boom boom and it resonated, but it doesn't resonate on if you're listening through a computer. So that said, it's almost like a tip I want to give for like people who are mixing, like new artists. They're just starting to mix. Don't mix to one device. Like listen in your car, listen on your computer, listen on headphones, smartphone, all that stuff. And if any one of those experiences is like, wow, this is like, doesn't sound good here, take that into account. So yeah,
totally. Yeah. He's he's got quite a few things out. They're all like similar, but a little bit different. This one was a little more repetitive than some of his other stuff, in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, but otherwise, it's it's JTizzle, man, for shizzle. I think the name of the article was JTizzle has some new shizzle or something like that. Is
right.
how I phrased it.
Oh man!
All right, so what are we doing next, there, Mr. Werba?
We're gonna do Ninth Floor Mannequin.
All right, so little backstory on this one. We actually had this one on a previous podcast that you can, if you watch one of the replays on Blab. I'm not sure which one it is, so you'd have to watch all of them to find it. But we actually played the older version of this, but we couldn't use it on the podcast itself that I edited because Jared is a little picky, and David has been just tearing Jared down with his song and making him redo it over and over and over again. Not really.
I'm honored, though. That's the final statement on it. So why don't you play it first?
Yeah. So he has redone some things and renamed it. It was called Yes or No. Now it's called Hold Your Questions. This is Jared Padone, otherwise known as Ninth Floor Mannequin. Hold Your Questions, Ninth Floor Mannequin. I was telling you during the song, Dave, I didn't even really get a chance to listen to this whole song yet, but I knew it was going to be a good choice because of our experiences with the Mr. Ninth Floor Mannequin. So this guy, if he just had a chance, man, he'd really be able to go far, I think.
This is one of my favorite songs, just period. Indie, mainstream, whatever. Top 10 maybe.
Nice.
I want to say I'm honored to have given him some feedback and took it to heart and actually updated the song. The old version of the song, the choruses were really thin and it was like a letdown because the verses are so freaking awesome, dude. I just love the verses. So he came back with these new choruses, changed the name, updated all his Spotify songs, so it's like the new version of his album is up on Spotify right now. And dude, it's just, man, it's a masterful production, man. I'm again, not to sound like crazy or anything, but yeah, I'm honored, just like I'm honored when I give feedback to other artists here and they take it to heart, and it's just like, okay, I think if I can be a small part of setting an artist on a better path or help them produce their song better, that I love that. That's a really rewarding feeling. But yeah, man, we've said this before with a handful of other artists that have been in this podcast, that it's ready. The song's ready for a movie placement, radio, whatever. It's just, and the whole album is really cool too. We featured Absences is another great tune as well. So yeah, look him up on Spotify if you're listening. Just Ninth Floor Mannequin. Check it out. So
he's been one of the breakthrough artists for the year so far, I think, as far as our community goes. We're all genres, so we're not just rock people, but you have something going good, you got it going good, you know. And this guy's got a backstory. He's got good songwriting. You know, he's playing with other bands, so his chops are always just getting better. And he's a nice guy. Yada yada yada. You know, there was something else I was gonna say, but yeah.
No, there's something else that I wanted to say about like his choice of production, which is really cool. It reminded me of "Feel It All Around" by Washed Out, just in the sense that a lot of people say, yeah, the vocals, that's just another instrument, but with this type of music, like it really is. It's not just, you know, clean, dry, raw vocals. The vocals are manipulated in a way where it does sound like almost like a synth or an electric guitar, where it's distorted and it just really blends closely with the other instruments, and it creates this really cool like soundscape, and I just love it, man. So
I'm glad you love it.
Yeah, we moving on to Nettothoughts or
Nettothoughts. This is a group that's just recently submitted. Just yesterday, actually. I've been in touch with them a little bit. They're growing on me. It's a duo. It's an acoustic duo. I don't know their names. I'm looking at it, but they're abbreviated. Annette is the one, though, that the girl singer is the one that I've been talking to and submitted. So this is Nettothoughts with their brand new song, These Thoughts in My Head.
The promise of letting me live to understand, screaming, this is the end. Nothing else is keeping me alive. Let me go. I can't find no more. Let me go. And you pull me apart like it's easy. Took away all that was me. These thoughts in my head are the reasons I'm scared of myself. I'm scared of myself. These thoughts in my head, like a whisper that's barely.
These Thoughts in My Head by Nettothoughts. I'm JoJo Keys here on the Indie Music Plus podcast, one of our last podcasts on the Blabster. But, you know, that's their fault. So be looking for us around the block somewhere. We're going to let you know where we are. You know, put the links in wherever you are watching this. And, yeah, just find us. All you millions of people in the room tonight.
You know what, Joe? It could be Nettothoughts. I just want to throw that out there. We might be saying it wrong.
I'm always saying stuff wrong, so that's definitely a possibility.
I liked it. I mean, do you want to say your thoughts on it, or
acoustic stuff? I appreciate. It's normally not my go-to to listen to, but these guys stuck out to me because they're good. It's polished. The song is really good. Some of the harmonies sounded like they might be like not out of key, but misplaced notes in the key, kind of.
When you make the decision to do an acoustic song and have like intricate harmonies going on, they have to be perfect because there's so much like focus and attention on them. And it was pitchy at times.
Yeah.
Like it was a really nice song, like good vibe. As I was listening, I'm like, I want to hear the full band version of this song because I don't know if they have one or if they're thinking about it. It looks like they mastered this song, so I appreciate that. But and I like the harmonies they chose, but like it was a little pitchy, and I mean,
some of the harmonies are really good. Most of them actually. There's like 10 to 20% of them in the runs that sound. It doesn't even, like I said, to me, I have to listen some more. It doesn't really sound like they're necessarily out of pitch. I think this just tonically or musically, they're just not the right notes almost.
Yeah, yeah. And I had a old bandmate that used to like write harmonies like that, almost like what's his name? Jeez, it's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, so it almost reminded me of like some of Lenny Kravitz's harmonies. He has like intricate, almost like off-tonal harmonies, but they're perfect. You know, so it's like if you're gonna like choose certain certain harmonies, they just have to be perfectly pitched, or it kind of hurts the song.
All right, so we've been doing this podcast long enough, I think. What do you have to say to round us up there, Mr. Werba?
Let me take a look. Yeah, let me take a look at our website.
Can you all hear my cat?
That's it for tonight, man. I'm just like still doing a lot of work on the website, trying to make it faster and better and more exciting. Adding new widgets, new sorting widgets. This is
one of the final podcasts on the Indie Music Plus on Blab, and like I said before, it's their fault. So they're losing a wonderful team because we're so excited about music. Anyway, I ate too much today. It's July 3rd. You all have a happy July 4th, and we'll see you when we see you. Peace.
See you at the round table.